I hunted once, what, last year? I think once or twice, maybe 3 times.
We're just going to cut this whole thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
hey, welcome back, everybody. I'm Kurt, as most of you know. This is Chris, a buddy of mine. We've been hunting together for a couple of years now. And we want to talk a little bit about duck calls. So I've spent literally hundreds of dollars on cheap $20 duck calls. You know, they kind of work. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, as you'll see here in a minute. Most of the time they don't work that great. So I found that Field and Stream had said that Slayer calls, the Drake Slayer in particular, was
we got 2 of them over here.
Yep. Was like the duck call for 2022. Now this is an acrylic call. They're not the cheapest call. They're also not the most expensive call. I thought, you know what, I'm going to roll the dice here. I'm just going to order one. And so I bought one. And then I bought 2. And then Chris bought one.
Yes.
And then Chris bought 2.
Big advantage for me. This call here was significantly better from the calls I started with.
Yep.
I'm a novice, complete novice. I probably still don't sound like a duck, but this definitely makes me sound more. He sounds more like a duck.
Way more like a duck now than he ever did before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I loaned you one of my calls that, you know, a name brand call, but, you know, like a $40 or $50 call, and well, you'll see that here in a second. Not a duck, just not a duck. But we started using these Slayer calls here, and they're sweet.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are sweet. And so, this is a double reed Drake Slayer. I got mine in green. Yeah.
And from me buying a $80 Echo and being really high pitched and going to the Slayer call was significantly different.
Yep, party horn.
Yeah, that was
party horn in the field.
Yep.
Yep.
I was a kazoo out there until I picked up one of these calls.
Yep. So, for quite a while, I've been using one of these little whistle calls here. Just a cheap little whistle call. I can get them on Amazon for, I don't know, $9 or something. And they work. They're okay. They're not bad. And then Slayer came out just very recently with the Whistler's Mother. And this call here it's got 2 openings here. It's a real nice call. It's a heavy duty call for sure. And it sounds great. And it's easy to use. It's a no-brainer. So I bought my son and I one of these, and they work awesome. I'm just going to roll here just a couple minutes of some stuff with Chris and I out in the field so you can kind of get an idea, and we'll come right back here when we're done showing you that. What duck call did you order?
Drake Slayer.
Shoot out the front of him just a little bit.
There, fucking money shot.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Got our limit. Here we go. All those ducks. There's the other guy. Just call him in for fun.
Yes, a band.
Fuck yeah. Oh man.
A banded bird.
Dude, you gotta be kidding me.
No, dude, I'm not.
Look at this, look at these bad boys flying.
Right into fucking banded big fat mallard.
Good job. Dude, I am. There they are. Man. Bam. Dude, I just turned this. Did I turn them around?
Yeah, you turned them around, man. You got some widgeon, got a teal. Really weird to see a teal. You got two. You got a drake and a hen teal.
Oh shit! That must have been the flying couple I got.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Man, thanks.
It
was awesome. Hold the band here too.
Dude.
So as you can see, we've been out calling. We've been getting some ducks down. It's been good. One thing I can say for sure is every other duck call I own, now granted they weren't high dollar calls when it comes to duck calls, but the Slayer call has turned ducks around more than I can think of the last couple of years we've been hunting.
Absolutely.
And I can't say why, but it does. It turns them around.
I turned, one group around by accident, maybe?
Yeah.
But as soon as I pulled this call out...
It was right after I shot the banded duck.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, look at... But we had already shot our limits. And you're like, oh, look, here they come. And he starts calling. Turn them around. You'll see that. You saw it. It's on video. We're like, wow. So... these things sound awesome. They're easy to blow, especially the double reed. Now... I don't know anything about the cut down, to be honest. And I am no professional caller. I get by, we get by. We're not great callers. These make it easier to call, for sure. But I think I'd like to learn how to do a cut down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially with my experience level, maybe if I don't get used to blowing this call for years and years and years, and I pick up a cut down call,
yep,
and, you know, practice this. Well, I don't have any bad habits or anything, which this gave me a great habit.
It did. Yeah.
Yep. I'm not grunting. I'm just forcing air through, just thinking I'm going to make a duck sound. This thing actually produces.
It does.
And
yeah,
the quality of it is awesome. And
the quality is great.
Cut down. It might be the next step.
You know, I think for me, I'd like to get a cut down because, you know, we're right near the end of duck season, and if we can get a cut down, I can practice until next duck season and see, you know, it'll give me plenty of time, you know, and I'm still no pro at this or any duck call. You know, I'm not in competitions. I just want to kill ducks and geese and stuff like that. So, and we've got many pounds of duck in the freezer now.
Oh yeah. Plenty of I'm stocked up for a while.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned geese.
Yeah.
Because oh man, we get geese fly by our area all the time, and I'm sitting there just sitting there still. I don't have a call, can't call, and all of a sudden one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick up a call because he's out here just blowing his guts out, trying to get these guys to turn around, and I'm not producing, and I'm not adding to the team here. So I picked up the honker.
Yep, got the honker. Got the Slayer honker there, and
this is the first call actually I bought.
That actually was, yeah.
And believe it or not, this thing, God.
Yeah.
I blew it in the garage one day when I first got it, and Kurt comes out thinking there's damn geese flying over the house.
I run out the garage. I'm like, where are they at? Where are they at? I'm like, is that you?
Yeah. And I'm a complete. No, I mean, this is the first call I've ever owned.
Yep. One thing I can say though is I've owned a lot of cheap goose calls too, and now I have an acrylic goose call, and world of difference. And so, yeah, big difference there. I agree. And I shot this goose here. Here you can take a look at this. But he was actually out of the blind, and some geese were flying around. He's calling. I'm in the blind. Goose flies in. I nail it. And he was just, 50 yards away, maybe? And he's calling, and here they come. Complete novice. Slayer goose call. Boom. Knocked them dead. So,
yep. And I jumped into a tree just to hide myself. So I was hunkered into a tree, calling this call. So hopefully he can get a good shot. And
yep. Yep, came right in,
Yep.
right across the blind. We had a couple of geese decoys out there, not much, but just had a few out there, and so yeah, it worked. But hey, if anybody's thinking about a goose call, and you know, hey, we're not sponsored by Slayer or anything. Wink, wink. I wish we were, but we're not. We paid for all these calls with our own money, and we thought we'd share this with you guys because these calls, they're easy to blow, they sound great, and they're a newer company. You know, they're a small business, and they're right out of Idaho, and hey,
Yeah.
you know. Oh, and by the way, customer service. Let's talk about customer service.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slayer, if you're watching this, and I hope you are, thank you, because you guys, I emailed them before I ever bought a call. I just emailed them. I had a bunch of questions and stuff, and it was on a weekend, and I got a response on a weekend. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen for everybody. It just happened for me. And they answered all my questions and then some, and then the owner gave me his phone number. If you have any more questions, call me, text me, whatever. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty sweet.
Yep, that's
Pretty
what I'm from the quality of the calls,
Yep.
and the consistency of the calls,
Yep.
and especially a novice like myself.
Right. Right.
That's Slayer all the way, for sure.
Yep. Yep. In fact, I wouldn't mind getting my hands on a Slayer goose call either. I don't currently run a Slayer. I do have an acrylic call, but a goose call. But his call sounds awesome, and you know, who knows? But I think my next adventure is a cut down. We'll see how that goes. So, anyways, hey, thanks for watching, everybody. I think that's all we got. But wanted to just throw this out there. We'll link their website below. If you guys are looking for a really good, high quality duck call, Slayer.
Cut them down with Slayer.
Yep. Call the Wild. See you guys later.